Good afternoon, San Angelo. This is the live daily news show. I'm Ryan Chadwick.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
In the news today, a young girl has passed away to juvenile Huntington's disease.
The Grape Creek Volunteer Fire Department is looking for 2 individuals.
And a sleepy driver caused a crash today.
Before the news, Ryan Chadwick has an awesome interview with Ben the Bubble Guy, who will be performing at the July 3rd concert.
We'll get into that interview after these messages from Jim Bass and Carpet Tech.
The 25 Ford F-150, proudly made in Kansas City. Experience American innovation with unbeatable employee pricing. And Jim Bass Ford's offering this powerhouse for just $4.99 per month. Choose from various trim levels and vibrant colors to find your perfect fit. Built in America and sold right here at Jim Bass Ford for over 60 years. Houston Hard at Arden Road or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
My name is Cade Simmons. I'm the site manager here in San Angelo. What matters to our customers, I believe, is what we say is CT quality, CT experience, just making sure their needs are met, taking care of their home like it was ours. You just have to keep thinking of, it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. So just making sure you're taking care of what needs to be taken care of, and just knowing that they can rely on us, I think, matters to them a lot.
Welcome back to the show. Joining me is Ben Jimenez with the Ben's Bubble Show, performer, and going to be at the July 3rd celebrations on Thursday down at the River Stage. Ben, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, yeah. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I just moved here from the Chicago area about a month ago in San Angelo. And so for the past 15 years in the Chicago area, I've been doing Ben's Bubble Show, a kind of a art, science, and magic of bubbles. Mm-hmm. I put people inside of bubbles. I teach various educational concepts through the use of bubbles. Performed at all kinds of events in all kinds of places: schools, libraries, museums, churches, synagogues, funerals. Not a lot of funerals, but places like that. Mostly indoor shows. I do a few outdoor shows, which I'm going to be doing at the event you talked about, the 3rd of July celebration. I guess it's really on the 3rd. And now I'm down here in San Angelo where people don't know me. They don't know about Ben's Bubble Show, so I'm interested in letting them know.
All right. So what comes with performing with bubbles? Like, do you just make different kinds of bubbles? Do you make different shapes?
It depends. Like I said, I do mostly indoor shows, so I tell people to think of a magician. Usually dress black slacks, some kind of a nice shirt, maybe a vest, and then a black table with some stuff on it. That's what my indoor bubble show looks like. It's all bubbles, tricks, illusions, and sculptures. Like that. Now I'm doing a few outdoor shows as well, which again I'm going to be doing on the July 3rd for the at the River Stage area, and that's very different. That's none of the small tricks because they don't work outdoors because of the wind.
Oh yeah. So
for an outdoor event, I just make big giant bubbles. I can show you one if you like.
Oh, I would love that.
Let me show you one big bubble.
Okay, cool. This should be fun to watch, guys. So really, you just dip it into a bubble solution?
That's what I do. It's a bit of a secret solution. And I dip it in, and then I do something like this.
And that's a big bubble right there.
Sure, let me try one more here.
All right. The kids at home are going crazy for stuff like this.
So are some of the adults.
Oh, wow. And then you got the bubble within the bubble there.
Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't.
That's pretty neat, though.
Exactly. So again, that's mostly what I do with my outdoor shows. I make giant bubbles for people to chase and pop and run with. I also make big clouds of bubbles. I have other tools that make, instead of big giant bubble, they make like hundreds of softball-sized bubbles. People go nuts chasing them and all that. So when I do an outdoor show, I need lots of room to do that.
And so this is for all ages, correct?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
Yeah, and the kids go crazy for it. As you said, some adults go crazy for it.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you mentioned that there's some like magic aspect involved.
Sure,
is that a different kind of bubble?
It is. Again, that would be more my indoor show, and I do a lot of do a lot of hand magic stuff. Like
Let's say.
like so.
Yeah, hey, kids at home, you can blow bubbles with your hand. I don't know if y'all knew that, but
Actually, you can. If you just make it like that, it looks like a bubble bomb, a long arm with a hole on the top.
Right.
Sure. And you can also, I like to sculpt things.
you really can just shape it into anything you want.
Well, not quite anything. A lot of it has to be round.
Yeah.
Because they're bubbles. Touch it with your finger.
Isn't that something? And you just...
There you go.
That's pretty cool, guys.
There you go. and I do some sculptures, other sculptures. Let's do this.
It's an artist at work right here, guys.
Like so.
Looks a bit like a snowman, yes?
It does look like this. Except lose some weight there. How many bubbles you see?
2.
How many?
Now it's 1.
There you go.
That's pretty wild.
So that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see the little kids going crazy for that this Thursday. Now, what time are you going to be performing out there?
At the 3rd of July
Yes.
event. I think I start at 8:30, if I remember right. I start at 8:30 and go about an hour or so.
Okay,
Right around
and
sunset.
is that just going to be on the main stage?
It's just off. If you're standing on the stage, I'm actually to the left of the stage, in a bit of a grassy area there.
Okay.
You just look for the bubbles.
Yeah, look, they're going to be everywhere, right?
They will.
Look for the giant bubbles, and anyone can just walk up and watch. Like, do you have any volunteers or anything when you do it, or?
I am going to lay this. I'm going to lay this red tub out kind of in front of me, and I'll have one of these small sticks, or maybe 2 or 3 of these small sticks like this, for people, probably kids. They can come up and on their own, they can just make their own bubbles like that.
Oh, neat! So you got a little
Yeah.
try it yourself portion too, right?
Right. Now, again, that's my outdoor show. My indoor show, I use lots of, which is more of a magic show. My indoor show, I use lots of audience volunteers to help me do stuff.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit more about these indoor shows because, like I said, you're new to the area.
Sure.
I assume you're going to be performing a bunch.
Right, and that's what I'm really shooting for, to do more. Texas has got a lot of hot and a lot of sunlight, and that's really bad for bubbles. Bubbles are so thin-skinned that heat, that 100-degree heat, it makes it really hard for the bubbles to form sometimes, and they don't last very long. And I'm not 20 anymore, so I don't want to be out in 100-degree heat.
But I'm assuming like corporate dinners, birthday parties.
Anything where they want good, clean, so get it clean. Family entertainment type stuff. Churches, a lot of churches. In Chicagoland, I did a lot of probably libraries and schools were my main targets. Not so much here in the San Angelo area. There just aren't that many schools and libraries.
Right.
So I need to refocus a little bit and figure out what's going to work here.
Well, I know that this would be a hit at birthday parties, man. That's definitely something you could look into there.
Sure.
But again, this is Ben Jimenez. Come check him out at the July 3rd celebration this Thursday at the River Stage. Now, the concert and the fireworks are sponsored by, or brought to you by Downtown San Angelo, and of course us here at San Angelo Live. We put in a lot of work to this, guys. So please come out and see Ben. It's going to be an awesome show, and come have a good time.
You can look me up on YouTube. Go to YouTube and look up Ben's Bubble Show. All kinds of stuff on there.
All right, awesome. You heard him.
Into the news, Ari Salazar has passed away due to juvenile Huntington's disease. A few weeks ago, we had a video with an interview of her parents. Now a GoFundMe has been set up to help the family out with expenses such as funerals and
everything else. It's just completely heartbreaking.
It's awful, and they just lost their older daughter
to the same disease.
The same disease right freaking before Ari got diagnosed.
Yeah, and I my heart goes out to her parents, and like I know we are praying for her. It's just completely heartbreaking.
It's awful.
Yeah, you can go to San Angelo Live to click on that story and to donate to that GoFundMe.
Over the weekend, the Grape Creek Volunteer Fire Department is asking for help in identifying 2 men who allegedly stole from them. The department said that this happened around 9:50 a.m. on Saturday, and a local resident confronted the men who did not identify themselves, and they were allegedly removing HVAC parts from the property.
And one juvenile is recovering after a head-on crash on 19th Street in San Angelo. Police say the driver of the Chevy Blazer was heading eastbound when they fell asleep at the wheel and crossed the center line, hitting a GMC Sierra traveling west.
Both drivers were cited. The Blazer's driver faces a charge for driving left of center, and Sierra's driver was cited for not having a driver's license.
Only one person, the juvenile, was taken to the hospital. Police have not released their condition.
And we will get into weather right after this message from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into the weather. The hot days might be behind us for the upcoming week as we have rain in the forecast.
Right now it is 92 degrees outside with a high of 94 and a low tonight around 70. We also have a 30% chance of rain tonight.
Tomorrow, the high is 88 and the low is 70. We have a 20% chance of rain in the afternoon, and those chances hang around all night into Wednesday.
Speaking of, we start off the middle of the week with a 30% chance of rain. The high will be 86 and the low will be 71. On Wednesday night, the rain chances drop to 20%.
And we'll be right back after this message from Kano's Diamond and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley.
Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.
For the live team here, I'm Ryan Chadwick.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
And we will see